Hello, goobers and gobbers. Today I got another more Parz reaction video cooked up for you guys, with even more coming out later. So sit back, grab a snack, and enjoy this react video with me. Alright guys, you guys ready to learn some Australia videos?
This seal is such a menace that he routinely gets the cops called on him. Introducing our protagonist, Neil the Seal, a 600 kilo
Jesus
unit of a southern elephant.
Okay, that guy's big as hell. Audio good though, guys? Is that Neil? That is Neil the Seal. That is Neil the Seal. A little quiet. Got you. A bit louder, maybe.
Seal from. This seal is such a menace that he routinely gets the cops called on him. Introducing our protagonist, Neil the Seal, a 600 kilo absolute unit of a southern elephant seal from my home state of Tasmania in the land down under, who is known for, above all else, being an absolute fucking menace to polite society. But despite his crimes,
that guy is big
we
as
all
hell.
still
Seals?
truly love him. But what are his crimes? Well, see, he seems
seals
to
are fucked
fucking
up.
hate traffic cones and road safety in general. Has regularly been caught trespassing.
Oh my god, do you see how much he's bending that?
Belligerently.
Look at how much he's... Look at that. This... I don't know if this is metal or not. Maybe this is wood. But, like, it's still... Like, these stakes are staked into the ground deep. He's, like, bending that shit.
He has been caught trespassing, belligerently screaming at locals because they won't give him his fucking fish, and has been known to just block roads by plopping his fat ass down directly in the middle of them. However,
that guy's a
hands down, the funniest shit he has ever done was just straight stopping this random lady from going to work.
What?
I shit you not.
He just plopped in front of her car?
Crawled out of the ocean, up
hell
the
no.
beach, crossed the road, absolutely fucking bodied this woman's poor letterbox, and then proceeded to plant himself directly in front of her fucking car. She was
a piece of
unable
shit
to go to work because this half-ton beef
I love how he I don't know. I bet this is like
because this
I bet this is for them to, like, you know, to, like, for like marine biologists to track Neil or whatever. But I love his, like, little, like, hat thingy, his, like, his, like, little antenna or whatever that sits on his head. Okay, let me put myself in just chatting. Look at his face. He's such a fucking goofball.
Beefcake was camping her driveway for so damn long.
No, bro. Yeah.
Time to drive out to her house and cover the fucking story.
Damn.
Now, this
oh,
is
hell no.
Menace for a single seal to cause.
I grew up around a lot of seals and sea lions. These guys are dickheads.
Old mate isn't even fully grown. He's like 5 years old. If you think you can fuck things up now, wait until he's nearly 2 solid-ass tons of blubber.
No, that'll be so fucked.
The wall of your house. I do not think that seal damage is covered on my fucking insurance plan.
That ain't right.
People get shocked when I whip out like a flawless American accent because I've got like a really thick Australian one, right? But I am not above. Just
I'd be pissed off.
I can't wait to go get like burgers later, man. I'm like so hyped.
Damn,
for burgers, dude.
killing
I fucking love cheeseburgers, dude. You've been watching the NFL? Super
Hell
Bowl
yes, bro.
crazy
Football,
this year,
man.
Eagles just like fucking dumpstered the Chiefs, bro.
Oh, hell.
It was crazy.
He's actually kind of pulling it off, though.
Australia lost a war to emus.
Oh, I know about the Great Emu War, bro.
How
you can't educate me on this.
Did we lose an armed conflict with flightless birds? Well,
I know about the Great Emu Wars.
1932, when farmers in Western Australia wanted to grow.
Bro, like, they got bodied by the emus, bro. Like, they ran out of, like, ammunition, I think is what happened. Like, the big thing that happened there is I think they ran out of ammunition because there was too many emus.
There was just one major problem. That's emu territory. And emus really like wheat.
These guys...
6 foot tall and 40
These guys are also
weight,
dickheads.
They can eat a lot of it. So when breeding season
oh my
came
god,
around, the emus
I love that
migrated
clip
through
of the
the
guy eating
farmland,
watermelon.
and these poor farmers were overwhelmed by a tyrannid swarm of man-sized poultry. 20,000 emus strong. These feathered tanks.
That's too... Okay, you know what? The number, again, thinking of 20,000 of those big-ass motherfucking chickens is insane.
Completely steamroll through the fences.
That is too much.
And started laying waste to the wheat.
Not the wheat, bro. Leave the wheat alone.
But their efforts were, putting it lightly, completely useless. This
leave the wheat alone, bruh.
Made the farmers pretty bloody angry, so they gathered together and went to the government to ask for help.
Leave that shit alone.
Sir, 20,000 emus have hit the wheat fields. me, mate. And so the
I
government
wouldn't even deal with that.
Enemies of the state and sent in the army
Enemies of the state, yeah.
War. The entire 7th Heavy Artillery Division was deployed to WA, armed with 2
LMGs, hell no. Right up the battle bus.
rounds, and the sole objective to blast any
10,000 rounds versus 20,000 emus, bro. You're not gonna kill. They literally came in there thinking they were gonna get collats, bro. 10,000 rounds with 20,000 emus. No, they weren't doing the math, bro. Because no way you're going to collat like fucking modern warfare collat, like wall bang them. You're not doing it, bro.
A little bit excessive for an overgrown turkey, if you ask me. And upon
it's not going to happen.
The army immediately ran into a major problem. Emus are fast.
I am speed.
Yeah, they're fast, really, and they're also not going to go down in one shot.
Top speed of 50 kilometers an hour, which meant that once they opened fire, the emus would immediately bolt out of range of their weapons. But they still took a crack at it, and then immediately stopped when both LMGs jammed after only dropping 12 emus. This embarrassment led the army
12
to
out of 20,000.
Their plan. So a few weeks later,
12 out of
20,000. This time mounting the LMGs on trucks in an attempt to run the birds down. However, this also didn't work, because after figuring out that those trucks meant they were about to be turned into a KFC family bucket, the emus started leaving scout birds who would warn the flock of the approaching trucks, which gave them all enough time to book it before the army even got there.
The emus were just simply smarter.
They did catch the emus, they found out they were kind of... Because emus are mostly feathers, and there's a lot of places you can hit on them without doing any damage. Meaning it was taking around 10 bullets for every one bird. So after a month of blood, sweat, tears, and 10,000 rounds of ammunition, the army managed to bring down 960.
960 out of 20,000.
20,000. This was an issue as, unlike America, our defense budget is not a bottomless pit. So the army had wasted all that money to achieve absolutely all. So the government just kind of built a really long, really shit fence around the farms and called it a day.
That's
How
it.
the did we lose this? I could have done a better job with a boomerang and a cricket bat.
No, bro. No, like seriously. Like that fight to this day is still one of my favorite like history lore things that Australia got in a war with birds and lost.
Boy, cheers for the follow, Cobber. You're a fucking legend.
Hi, Sylvia. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. That's still so crazy to me. And yeah, exactly, Jinx. Even if you don't miss a single shot, there's no way you're winning. Exactly, because you don't even have enough ammo to take them all out, bro.
I have been assaulted by a cow. One of the cows is called Monty, and he's an adolescent. And I made the mistake of turning around for like 5 seconds.
Oh, hell.
And in that 5 seconds, this 500-kilo cow runs up behind me while I'm sorting out his food and tries to f***ing mount me.
Oh, hell nah. That's a death sentence right there.
If I hadn't been hitting legs, I would have been squashed
by
a
death sentence, bro.
Cow.
Big animals, I swear, bro.
This bird has to rearrange its organs and skeleton just to lay an egg. This
Kiwis are awesome.
Guy is the kiwi bird, a species of rat native to New Zealand this time.
Kiwis are
the
awesome.
Absolute poster child for getting cucked by evolution. You see, this walking featherball is actually directly related to the emu, ostrich, and cassowary, being a member of the same...
Wait, what? They're all a part of the same family, bro?
Family.
And then you have this guy?
However, there is a problem. You see, the rest of the Kiwis bloodline actually looked up a build guide before picking their stat spread, and as such made sure to trade the whole flying thing for something useful. With all of his cousins specking into speed,
all the other guys can actually like destroy you. They can like kick you to death and like body you. But the Kiwi,
some kind of offensive capability. So that leaves the question, what did the Kiwi pick to make up for not flying? Absolutely
nothing.
Kiwis are tiny in comparison to their relatives, coming in at only 4 kilos in weight and 50 centimeters tall. This is because Kiwis evolved largely on an island with no natural predators, so they downsized and traded out the knife feet and bloodlust for just being a little guy with a good attitude, which honestly worked pretty well for them until the British did British things, and now they have to deal with cats and dogs trying to eat them. And considering this build was not designed for PvP, they have been clapped so hard by invasive species that they are now unfortunately an endangered animal. But
they got jumped.
The British is just the beginning of the generational violation of the Kiwi, because these poor feathered fruits can't even reproduce without getting fucked over. You see,
what?
the kiwi bird's cousins are famous for laying huge eggs. I'm talking hit your protein macros.
I don't like where this is going,
eggs.
man.
And you would.
I don't like where this is going. I don't like the idea that the kiwi's gonna have to like build an egg inside of it that's like the same size as its body.
That is because they are large. And you would
I don't like this.
Wrong. Because their vertically challenged cousins have to lay eggs the same size.
That's literally its body. It's the same size. It's the same size as the ostrich and emu one. Well, like the ostrich is way bigger, but like it's like about the same size.
A kiwi bird lays eggs 20% the size of their body. With the egg being so bloody large, it rearranges their internal organs.
Oh my god, bro. Oh hell no.
And stretches their rib cage just to be able to hold the thing. For reference, that is like a human giving birth to a 15-kilo child. That's not a bun in the oven anymore. That's a whole bakery. Big-ass huntsman that used to live in my house, and I'm going to be honest, dude, I kind of just let him hang out.
He ain't small.
Those guys are big as hell.
There's a huntsman, and they do. Ooh.
I was
They're
quite
so
happy
fast,
to let him
too.
just
It's
chill
scary.
because I
They're
never
so
saw
fucking
a
fast.
mosquito or a fly in that house. So he was paying rent in his own way, you know?
Yeah. Hey, hey, he wants tickles.
Just de-extincted a 12,000-year-old dog. Well,
what?
Kinda. You see, a bioengineering company called Colossal has dedicated itself to doing what every single Jurassic Park film has told us is a bad idea. Bringing back extinct species. And recently, they made a breakthrough. They have managed
let's be honest. Chat and comments, guys. Come on, chat and comments. Would it be so bad if we like played a little bit of God and brought back some dinosaurs? Like, would it be that bad? Like, let's be real. There's no way it could turn out that bad. Like, like, if we can, we totally should. You know what I mean? Like, be honest. And if we only brought back one dinosaur, what dinosaur would you want? Come on, down in the comments, bro.
Bring back the 12,000-year-old direwolf. You know those big-ass puppies from Game of Thrones that the Starks had? Yeah, those were actually a real-ass animal, alive during the late Ice Age. And the best way I can describe them to you is basically a wolf on steroids.
Yeah.
These things were bigger, faster, and stronger.
Yes, they were.
Estimated to have the highest bite force.
Direwolves be always killing me in
and
video
games,
games,
I'm
bro.
sure
To be
has
honest,
no
to keep it a buck.
implications. They have managed to bring these bad boys back to life.
Oh hell no.
These
Apex
two little
Predators, by the
guys
way,
are now 6 months old and have been living on a private
6
plot of land
months?
with 24/7 veterinary care. However, they've only just been shown off to the public, with the company going so far as to get a photo up with George R.R. Martin holding one of these adorable little killing machines.
Oh my god.
Showing that man will literally interact with an extinct species before he finishes that last f***ing book. There is, however, one small problem. This isn't technically a direwolf. You see, by merit of them being extinct, short of specking into necromancy, you can't exactly bring them back.
Yeah.
Which is where this guy comes in. You see, the grey wolf shares 99.5% of its genetic code with the direwolf. So, using CRISPR gene editing, they basically toss the grey wolf back into the spore creature creator, then using the code found in direwolf fossils as a build guide, juiced the out of it, boosting the size slider and putting some extra points into strength, as well as adjusting its head shape and teeth. All in all, they made a total of 20 edits for 14 genes, producing the closest thing we can get to a direwolf short of time travel.
Okay.
Which is cool as f***. I give it 5 years before a man-made horror beyond comprehension breaks out of that f***ing lab, and we are all playing.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Like, okay. I agree. We should just be a probe. Listen, guys. It'll be fine. Remember how we had a billion movies about what would happen during a pandemic or other kind of outbreak, and real life was worse than predicted? Okay. But, like, what is a dinosaur gonna do right now, bro? Like, let's be honest. Like, if anything, think about it. If anything, say, like, even a T-Rex breaches containment, it's not gonna destroy everything. Think about their size? Yes. But eat everything? No, it can't eat everything. We cannot stop them. We definitely have the man-made firepower to stop a T-Rex today. Like today we do. There's no way we don't. Eat people? Yes. To be honest, there's no benefit to bringing them out like back. There's none. Other than it would be dope, you know. And what a stupid waste. Exactly. What are we gonna do? Nuke a T-Rex? I feel like a couple 50 cal shots could take him down. You know what I mean? Like that shit can like go through concrete. You know, like a couple of those from like a helicopter would be fine. You know what I mean? Like he'd go down. He'd go down. Maybe some Reaper berries. Feed him some Reaper berries. That'll do it. That usually takes you guys out. I mean.